Hello everyone! Welcome po ulit sa ating MathIsip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our lesson for today is all about translating verbal phrases to algebraic expression. Our goal here in this channel is to make math easier to understand. Kung first time mo po dito sa ating channel, I encourage you to click the subscribe button para po updated tayo sa mga susunod pang mga lessons. Para naman po sa mga kasama kong guro, we offer our PowerPoint products, yung mga ginagamit po nating mga presentation sa ating video. Kung sa tingin nyo po ay makakatulong ito sa inyong pagtuturo, you can check the link in the description and comments section. And send us a message to our Facebook page. Alright, so without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. The learning competency for today's topic is to translate verbal phrases into algebraic expression. Okay, so first, let's have this introduction. No? In mathematics in real life, no, we can actually use these mathematical expressions to simplify and solve real-world problems efficiently. Okay, halimbawa po sa mga engineers natin, if they're going to make a bridge for the cars, no? First, they have to know the number of vehicles and yung weight ng mga sasakyan. Therefore, they make use of these expressions. Gagawa po sila ng mga equations like this. T is equal to W times N, where T is the total weight, and then W is the average weight of vehicles, and N is the number of vehicles. Okay? So, hindi lang po sa engineering, pwede rin po sa mga accountant, no? Accountancy, in order for them to compute the expenses, revenue, and profit, they make use of this relationship. Okay? Gumagamit sila ng mga expressions like this. They make use of letters to represent it. Okay? So, P can mean profit, R stands for revenue, and E represents expenses. And then, remember, profit is equal to R minus E, or yung revenue minus yung expenses. Kung maalala nyo po, pinag-aralan natin before yung financial management. Alright? So, related po dito yon. Next one is, pwede rin po ito sa mga medicines. No? The nurses, the doctors can make use of this expression or even equations. No? D stands for the required dosage. W, patient's weight, yung timbang po ng patient. R is the recommended dosage per kilograms. Okay, so they represent it using an expression. And then lastly, even the software engineers or yung mga programmers natin, they also make use of expressions. They represent, like for example, ito po, file size per users. They can make use of letter F. They can make use of letter U for the number of users, S for the total storage. So their expression can be S is equal to U times F, or this is the equation for the total storage. Okay? In short, lahat po ito ay gumagamit ng verbal phrases translated into an algebraic expression. Okay? So let's have an example. Simple one. Ito po. So we have here, Jana has a number of apples. If she buys 5 more, how can we express this as an algebraic expression? Okay? So for example, si Jana bumili ng apples. If she has 5 more, how can we express that in an algebraic expression? Okay? So we have here the keywords. Kailangan po nating malaman yung mga keywords dito. Okay? One keyword here is the word a number. Okay, or phrase a number. Pag sinabi po nating a number, it is unknown. Hindi po natin alam kung ano yung number na yon. It's not certain. That's why we make use of a letter. In algebra, we make use of a letter. And ang pinaka-common po na ginagamit natin is letter X. Okay? In our previous lesson on constant and variable, madalas pong gamitin yung variable X. No? So, X can represent the number of apples. Gagamitin natin yung X. Now, ano pa yung mga keywords na nandito? We also have here the word more. No? If she buys 5 more, ibig sabihin madadagdagan ng 5 yung unknown number na yon. Therefore, our algebraic expression will be X plus 5. Okay? Since madadagdagan, we are going to make use of addition as our operation. Therefore, this can be represented by an expression X plus 5. Okay, para po maging familiar kayo sa mga verbal phrases or keywords, yung mga common na ginagamit sa algebra, I'm going to present to you the keywords for the 4 fundamental operations on algebra. Okay, so first let's have addition. Okay, so we have here the keyword, and then second column is the verbal phrase, and then third column is the algebraic expression. Okay, first keyword here is sum of. Alright? Alam naman po natin ang meaning ng sum is it's the result of adding numbers. Therefore, ang verbal phrase na pwedeng example dito ay the sum of a number and 9. An example, no? So ano po ang itsura nito pag translate na natin into algebraic expression? Since sum is addition, we are just going to represent yung number, a number which is we can use the variable x and then yung 9. So we will have x plus 9. All right. So that's the first example. Next one, next keyword is added to. Okay, alam naman po natin ang ibig sabihin ng added. So here we can have this example, 6 added to a number. Ibig sabihin, x plus 6, no? A number is represented by the variable x plus 6. All right. Next one, increased by. All right. Verbal phrase, a number increased by 5. Okay, ano pong ibig sabihin nito? Ano po ang mauuna? A number increased by 5. Okay, mas mauna po yung a number. So, what algebraic expression or letter ang gagamitin natin dito? We can make use of x again, plus 5. Pwede po bang mauna yung 5? Okay, most appropriate yung mauna po ang variable x. Kasi sabi dito, a number. Nauna pong nabanggit yung a number, kaya mauuna po yung x natin dito. And then, increased by 5, so plus 5. Pero, is it possible na magkamali tayo? Pwede bang 5 plus x? Parehas pa rin ba ang magiging sagot? Well, most of the time, parehas pa rin kasi nga po, you have learned about the commutative property of addition before. So, pwede pong magkabaliktad ito pag addition. Okay, sa subtraction, yun po ang hindi na po pwede. Mamaya makikita nyo po dito later on. Next, we'll have here more than. Okay, verbal phrase, example, a number more than 7. Okay, so we have here x plus 7. Pag sinabing more than, it means plus. Next, total of. The total of a number and 3. Okay, ibig sabihin, all you have to do is to add. Okay, so you represent a number by x and then plus 3. The next one, gain. Okay, ginagamit po ito kadalasan sa real life. Ano? So we have a gain of 4 units or a gain of 4 points, no? Or sa grades ninyo. Or a gain of 4 kilos pag sa timbang po ang pinag-uusapan natin. Alright, so we have here x plus 4. Okay, nadagdagan ng 4. Next word, we have here raise by. Ibig sabihin, tumaas. Okay, for example, we have here salary raised by 2,000 pesos. Okay, nadagdagan po yung sahod. Wow, sana all, ano? Salary raised by 2,000 pesos. Ibig sabihin, if you're going to translate into algebraic expression, x plus 2,000. Alright. Next one, we have here the word grow by. Ito usually ginagamit sa height. Okay, halimbawa, we have here a tree grew by 10 centimeters. So, pwede rin po sa height nyo. Okay, if you grew inches, you can also use the word grow by. So, we have here x plus 10. Okay, so lahat po ito ay mga verbal phrases about addition. Well, ito lang po ba ang mga phrases natin? Hindi po. Madami pa pong iba. Pero ito po yung mga common, most common na ginagamit natin sa algebra. Now, let's move to verbal phrases on subtraction naman po. Okay, first keyword dito ay difference between. Okay, again, difference is the result of subtraction. So, ang verbal phrase natin, example, the difference between a number and 5. We're going to represent this using an expression. We can have x minus 5. Alright, nauna po yung a number. Okay, the difference between a number, ibig sabihin, x, and 5. Mauna po yung number before 5. Pwede po bang pagbaliktarin? Ito na po yung sinasabi natin kanina, hindi na po pwede. We cannot say this is 5 minus x. Okay? Magkaiba po yon. So kung ano po, you have to take note kung ano po yung nauna dun sa phrase. Kung yung variable, yun po ang unahin nating isusulat. Next word, decrease by. Okay, nabawasan. A number decreased by 6. Ano po ang nauna? Yung number. So if we're going to represent it, we can use the letter x. Okay, x minus 6. Next one, reduced or diminished by. Parehas lang po ito. it means subtraction. A number reduced by 9. Or ibig sabihin, x minus 9. Next one, drop by. Okay? The temperature dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. Okay? Kadalasan sa temperature po ito. Okay? We have here x minus 2. Okay, next word is less than. You have to be very careful with this phrase, no? Example po is a number less than 12, okay? Ibig sabihin, we have a number. We can represent it using x. Tapos sabi dyan, less than 12. So una mong maiisip is siguro x minus 12. Pero hindi po. It should be 12 minus x. Okay, bakit po? Pag sinabi po nating less than, ibig sabihin mas mababa. Alright? Ano po ang mas mababa? Sabi dito, if we're going to read it again and analyze, ano yung naunang binanggit? A number. Okay? A number less than 12. So, alin po dito ang mas mababa? Yung nauna. Okay? A number, mas mababa siya kay 12. Alright? Kaya po ganito, 12 minus x. Okay. Pwede rin po bang pagbaliktarin? Okay? It can be, pero kung ano na po yung nauna, halimbawa dito, 12 less than a number. Kung ano na po yung nauna dito, yun po yung last doon sa ating algebraic expression. So it will be x minus 12. Ibig sabihin, yung 12 mas mababa kaysa sa number na yon, which is represented by x. Therefore, x minus 12. Okay, paano naman po pag ganito? Wala po siyang than. Okay? Less lang siya. Less lang po yung keyword natin. Example, 12 less a number. Wala po yung word na than. Okay? Ito, you can directly translate this as 12 minus x, yung number natin. Okay? So, pag wala pong than, diretso na po. 12 minus x na siya. Hindi po siya mababaliktad. So, kailangan nyo pong maging careful dito sa dalawang words na ito. You have to analyze and you have to apply what you have learned here para po hindi tayo ma-confuse. Okay, last, we have here subtracted. Okay, subtracted, ang pinakamahalagang word dito is yung, we have here the word from. Okay? Ibig sabihin, a number subtracted from 10, ibig sabihin nito ay 10 minus x. Okay? Galing po yung x sa 10. Na-subtract po siya from 10. Okay? Kaya mas mauna pong isusulat yung 10 dito. Alright, next. Paano naman po pag 10 subtracted from a number? Okay, ano po ang una nating isusulat? Yung letter x or yung variable x po natin. Okay? So, x minus 10. Okay, na-subtract po yung 10 from x, kaya x minus 10. Okay? Okay, let's move to multiplication. Ano naman po yung mga verbal phrases, yung mga common keywords na ginagamit natin sa multiplication? Okay, of course, we have the word or the keyword product of. Okay, example, the product of a number and 6. Okay, multiplication po siya. So, pag sinabi nating a number, it can be represented by x or any variable and then 6. So, paano natin isusulat yung x multiplied sa 6? Ano po ba ang mauuna? Yung 6 ba or yung variable na x? Okay, mauuna pong isusulat yung number. Lagi pong ganon, no? Ang unang isusulat is yung number or yung lesson natin previously, we call this the numerical coefficient. At susunod po yung letter or yung literal coefficient or the variable. So, 6x. Do we need to use multiplication symbol like the bullet operator or yung parenthesis? Hindi na po. Basta magkatabi po yung dalawa, a number and a letter or a variable, it means multiplication. Okay, next one. Of course, the word multiply by. Okay, example natin, a number multiplied by 5, it means 5x. Okay, pwede po bang x5? As I said a while ago, mas maganda po or it's more appropriate to write the numerical coefficient first before the literal coefficient. Okay, next we have twice or double. Okay, example, twice a number, meaning 2x or 2 times x. Next one, thrice or triple. Ito naman po ay 3 times the number or 3x. Next one, times. Ganun din po. 4 times a number, it means 4x. Also, you can use the word of. Okay, paano po itong word na of? Okay, example. Ginagamit po kadalasan ito pag meron na tayong fraction. Alright? Just like here, we have here 2/3 of a number or 2/3 of a number. Okay, paano po yon? We can just write the fraction, 2/3, tapos isulat lang po yung variable. Okay, meaning 2/3 times kung ano po yung value ng x na nandito. Okay? Yan po ang ibig sabihin ng of a number. Okay? Pwede rin po pala itong isulat as this form, 2x/3 kasi nga po, pag nagmumultiply tayo, later on, mapapag-aralan nyo, you can just multiply the numerator by the variable. So it can be written as 2x/3. Okay. Next, we can also use the word per. Example, 20 pesos per person. Ibig sabihin, 20x or 20 times x. Yun po yung per person dito. Yun na po yung number. Yun na po yung variable. Next, area of. The area of a rectangle with length x and width y. Alam naman po natin, ang formula ng area is multiplying the length and the width. So we can have x times y. Alright? Or x, y. Ganyan po ang pagkakasulat. Okay, last operation is division. Ano naman po yung mga ginagamit dito? We have, of course, quotient of. Okay, verbal phrase. Example, the quotient of a number and 9. So, pag sinabing quotient, we can divide the two. Okay, so first is a number. It can be represented by variable x and then 9. So, x divided by 9. So, paano po natin isusulat yon? We can have this symbol, x divided by 9. Pero, sa algebra po, ang common nating ginagawa is we make use of fractions. Alright? It means division. So we can have x over 9. It means x divided by 9. Okay? Another keyword, divided by. Siyempre, a number divided by 4, we can write it as this form, in this form, x divided by 4 or x over 4. Next one, we have ratio of. Pag sinabi nating ratio, may kinalaman po ito sa fraction. So, the ratio of a number to 7. Ano po ang una nating isusulat? Ratio, the ratio of a number, ibig sabihin yung x po muna. Nasa numerator and then 7 yung nasa denominator. Next, half of. Ibig sabihin, nakalahati. So, half of a number. How are we going to write it? So, ganun din po, x over 2. Okay? Or x divided by 2. Next, 1/3. Kung may half of, meron din pong 1/3. So, 1/3 of a number meaning x over 3. Next, all over. Ganun din po sa fraction. 20 all over a number meaning 20 over or 20 divided by x. And last, split into. Okay, nahati. A number split into 5 equal parts. So, x over 5 or x divided by 5. Okay, to practice this, let's have an exercise or examples. No, we can do this together first. But of course, you can always pause this kung gusto nyong i-take yung challenge. Pwede nyo pong gawin to. But let us do it together. So first, meron tayong verbal phrases dito sa left side and then we have the algebraic expression on the right column. Now, the instruction says translate each phrase into an algebraic expression. If not given, use x to represent the unknown value or number. Okay, so may mga iba dito, given na po yung variable. Hindi na po gagamit ng x. Pero pag hindi po given, ang na-mention lang is a number, we will now use x. Okay, dito po sa ating instruction. Now, take note, ito po ay for one operation only. Ibig sabihin, itong mga phrases na ito ay gagamit lang tayo ng isang operation muna. Alright, so let's have the first one. The sum of r and 10. Of course, we are going to use addition. So, we can have r plus 10. Next one, the product of 2 and m. So, when we say product, it means multiplication. So, anong una nating isusulat? Yung 2 po ba or yung m? Okay, just like what we said, laging yung number. So, 2 and then m. Okay? 2m. Okay, meaning 2 times m po yan. We don't need parentheses. Next, the quotient of a number and 5. Okay, ano po ang gagamitin natin? Yung division symbol po ba or yung fraction? Okay, we can use now the fraction. Okay, or the fraction bar. Okay, meaning x over 5 or x divided by 5. Next, thrice a number y. Okay, thrice a number y, meaning 3 times yung y natin. So we can just write it as 3y or 3 times y. Next one, a number less 5. Oh, ito na po. Ito po ay less. Wala po siyang than. Hindi po siya less than. Ibig sabihin, straightforward lang po ito. Kung ano yung unang nasulat, a number less 5, ibig sabihin minus lang po ito. Pwede nyong palitan tong word na to ng minus na word. Therefore, we can have x minus 5. Okay, ito na po. 3 less than a number. Meron na po tayong word na than. So, 3 less than a number, ibig sabihin, alin dito ang mas maliit? Yung 3 ba or yung a number or yung unknown variable natin? Okay, ito po, 3 less than a number. Mas kakaunti or mas maliit po yung number na 3 kaysa yung variable. Therefore, x minus 3 po yan. Kung ano yung unang naisulat or kung ano yung unang nabanggit, yun po yung last na maisusulat. Next, half of p. Alright, meaning p over 2 or p divided by 2. Next, 8 more than t. Okay, pag sinabing more than, kabaliktaran po ng subtraction. So, it's addition. So, anong unang isusulat natin? Yung 8 ba or yung t? Okay? It would be better to write t first plus 8. Pero regardless, yung sagot din po dito ay magiging parehas kung inuna mo yung 8 dito. Okay, but in writing an expression, it would be formally, mas maganda po formally na mauna yung variable. Okay, let's have another example, set of examples. Okay, now for the second part of the examples, we have here verbal phrases wherein we can find more than one operation. Hindi lang po isang operation ang ginagamit dito sa mga phrases na ito. So let's have these examples. Alright, so we have the first one, twice a number increased by 5. So ano po ang ibig sabihin nito? We have the keyword twice, tapos we have the keyword increase. Ano po ang uunahin natin? Yung twice a number, ibig sabihin niyan ay 2x. Tapos, yung increase by 5 is plus 5. Therefore, our answer is 2x plus 5. Next one, number 2, the product of 8 and c. Meaning, we will multiply 8 and c. So, it will be 8c minus 2, meaning 8c minus 2. Alright? Next, the quotient of thrice a number and 5. Okay, this time mayroon tayong keyword na quotient, so may division. Tapos thrice a number, meaning may multiplication. So ano po yung ating i-divide? Yung quotient ng thrice a number, which is 3 times, ano po yung number? X. Okay, 3 times x and 5. So, i-divide natin yung 3 times x or 3x sa 5. So, therefore, our answer is 3x divided by or over 5. Next, 3/4 of n plus 10. So, ano yung mga keywords natin dito? We have the word 3/4, meaning you are going to multiply. Okay? 3/4 by n. And then, pag sinabi nating plus 10, okay, addition po siya. So, it will be 3 over 4 or 3/4 times n plus 10. Okay? Or 3/4 n plus 10. Pwede rin po ba itong isulat in a different form? Yes, we can also write this as 3n over 4 plus 10. As I mentioned a while back, pwede mong i-multiply si 3 by n. So, it will be 3n sa numerator and then maiwan po yung denominator. Alright? So, 3n over 4 plus 10. Next one, we have here 7 more than 4 times a number. So, 4x plus 7 po siya. Bakit? 7 more than, ibig sabihin madadagdagan ng 7. Ano po ang madadagdagan? Yung 4 times a number. Meaning, 4 multiplied by the number which is x. So, 4x plus 7. Next, the difference of 2 times a number and 4. Okay, tingnan nyo po ulit yung mga keywords. We have the difference, so meaning may subtraction. We have times, so meaning multiplication. So ano po ang unahin natin? So ito po munang 2 times a number. Okay, ibig sabihin 2 times x. Okay, 2 times x. And then, next na po yung difference, meaning subtraction. Ano pong unang na-mention? Ito pong 2 times a number which is 2x minus 4. So, 2x minus 4 po siya. Okay, next is 6 times the sum of a number and 9. So how are we going to do this? First, let's look at the keywords. We have times meaning multiplication and then sum meaning addition. So ano muna ang unang isusulat? So you have to analyze this first. Si 6, imo-multiply mo sa sa sum of a number and 9, meaning mag-a-add ka pa muna. Ano po ang i-add? Yung number which is represented by x, no? And 9. So i-add muna natin yung x and 9. So how are we going to write it? Ganito po ang pagsulat dito. We can just use parentheses as our multiplication symbol kapag meron na pong ibang operations na involved. Okay? Ito na po yung GEMDAS natin or yung ating groupings. No? So we have here x plus 9 muna sa loob ng parentheses and then saka mo imumultiply sa 6. So 6 times the quantity of x plus 9. Alright, next we have here 4 times the square of b reduced by 1. Ano po yung mga keywords dito? We have the word times meaning multiplication. We have the word reduce meaning subtraction. Pero wait lang, bakit po merong square? Okay, this time pwede na pong gamitin natin yung exponent. Okay? So remember, exponent can also be an operation because exponent is involving multiplication. Alright, so 4 times the square of b reduced by 1 can be represented by 4b raised to 2 minus 1. Ibig sabihin, imumultiply si 4 sa square ni b, which can be written as b squared. Okay, and then, reduce by 1 meaning minus 1. Okay? So, yun po, you have to analyze the phrase first before you come up with the algebraic expression using the different keywords na nandito. Okay? So, ganun lang po ang pagsulat ng verbal phrases, translating it into algebraic expression. Okay, now I believe you are ready for the activity. Okay, dito pwede nyo pong i-pause itong video and then try to answer this on your own. Try to do this in a paper. Tapos pagbalik nyo po, pwede nyong i-play ito so that you can check your answer. Okay? So again, the instruction says translate each phrases into algebraic expression. If not given, use x to represent the unknown value or number. Pero pag given po, like this one, k, m, n, w, hindi na po kayo gagamit ng x. Doon lang po sa a number, yung wala pong variable na na-mention. Okay, again, this is divided into 2 parts. Verbal phrase muna. Isang operation, okay, itong activity A, and then is activity B, okay, more than one operation naman po ito, okay, so pwede nyong i-screenshot or i-post itong part na ito so you can also do this one. So I'm going to wait for you, I'm going to give you time to do this, take your time, and sana po masagot nyo to ng tama. Okay, I believe you are now ready. I'm just going to show you the answers for activity A and B. Pwede nyo pong i-screenshot and then try to check your own answers. Okay, this is now the answers for letter A or activity A. So we have the following answers. And then for activity B, ito po yung mga sagot natin for activity B. Okay? So I hope nakuha nyo po ang mga tamang sagot and I hope you learned something again in this video lesson. Alright? Kung meron pong mga hindi pa masyadong clear, you can always go back by going to the part na hindi po masyadong klaro. Alright? So here, in the next video, we are now going to discuss polynomials. This is also an example of algebraic expressions. We can also use this as a guide para po sa mga susunod pang lessons in your mathematics pagdating po ng grade 8. Alright? So, see you on the next video. Thank you for listening. God bless and bye-bye. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.